How many modes of calculation in a computer calculator? 1, 2, 3, 4. What will you do first with cut, copy, text select, paste, bold, none? What do you use to direct delete a file so that the file is not stored in the recycling bin? Delete, Shift plus delete, right-click, delete, none. Which command is used to get a print of a file in Unix? MV, CP, IPR, PT. Who handles all the computer functions? Input, output, operating system, hardware. By which we separate file names and extensions. Dot, @ hash, $. Which strip is display at the bottom? Taskbar, status bar, menu bar, title bar. Which is a not category of language? Low-level language, medium-level language, high-level language, none. Which of the following is a Linux command? Chmod, curl, df, all. Which command will be used to close a terminal window? End, close, exit, none.
हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आज के इस वीडियो में हम ट्रिपल सी के कुछ ऐसे एमसीक्यूएस लेकर आए हैं जो आपकी तैयारी को और बेहतर बनाएंगे। ये सारे सवाल एंकी डेक फॉर्मेट में उपलब्ध हैं ताकि आप बार बार तेजी से रिवाइज कर सकें। अगर आप पहली बार ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं और एंकी एप्लीकेशन के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं तो डिस्क्रिप्शन जरूर पढ़ें, वहां आपको पूरी जानकारी मिलेगी। अगर आपको ये क्वेश्चन सेट पसंद आता है और आप इसे खरीदना चाहते हैं तो हमें टेलीग्राम चैनल 8xcmcqs पर कॉन्टैक्ट करें। और अगर आपको किसी सवाल या जवाब में कोई गलती लगे तो कृपया कमेंट सेक्शन में टाइम स्टैम्प के साथ लिखें। साथ ही कमेंट सेक्शन जरूर चेक करें, हो सकता है वहां पहले से सुधार दिया गया हो। हर हफ्ते हम नए एमसीक्यू लाते हैं, तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
FSF stand for Free System Foundation, Free Software Foundation, Free Service Fund, Fund System Foundation. Operating system based on kernel, access, process, none. Which is handles all the functions of the computer? Input, output, operating system, hardware. Which of the following is a Linux command? Chmod, curl, df, all. Which command will be used to close a terminal window? End, close, exit, none. SSTF stands for Shortest Seek Time First Scheduling. Small time first. Simple seek time first. Simple time first scheduling. Which of the following is the mobile operating system? Window Phone, Android, Bada, all of the above. Which of the following is not antivirus software? Nod32, Avast, AVG, AMG. Which attribute allows the user to view but not edit the file? Hidden, security, read-only, sharing. Which of the following is an example of a program setup file? Word, Docs, Photoshop.psd, Chrome.x, Notepad.rtf. Information that is incorrectly inputted is referred to as which of the following? Human error, transcription error, transposition error, troubleshooting error. What application do you use to close a non-responsive program? Command prompt, Task Manager, Settings, Disk Manager. Which application do you use to close a non-responsive program? Command prompt, Task Manager, Settings, Disk Manager. Which system settings allow you to change the screen's resolution? Power and sleep, sound settings, notifications, display settings. Which of the following is a shortcut used to open Task Manager? Alt plus F4, Control plus Shift plus ESC, Control plus Shift plus T, Control plus Shift plus D. Which application do you use to find out how the computer is using its resources? Task Manager, Settings, Windows Performance, Device Manager. Which of the following troubleshooting utilities is used to increase your computer's storage capacity? Defragmentation tool, disk cleanup tool, wizard tool, antivirus software. What is the operating system designed for use in computer networks? Linux, Windows NT, DOS, Windows 3.0. If the system date and time is incorrect, you can reset using Write File, Calendar, Task Manager, Date and Time. Which one of the directory does not contain binary files, boot, etc., bin, sbin? What is maximum file name size in Linux in bytes? 32, 64, 126, 255. Command to create file in Linux is copycon, cat, dir. All of the above. Which command is used to check Linux version? Uname A, uname N, uname S, kernel. True statement about chown command in Linux is creates a thread, creates a child process, changes the mode of operation to kernel mode, changes the users and/or group ownership of each given file. Processor task in Linux is represented by task build, task struct, task construct, task domain. Which commands will give you information about how much disk space each file in the current directory uses? Is -1, lsla, do, lsa. LibreOffice belongs to OSI, and full name of OSI is Open Source Interchange, Open Source Internet, Open Source Initiative, none of these. What is the shortcut key to open File Explorer in Windows 10? Window key plus A, Window key plus F, Window key plus E, Window key plus D. What does Microsoft Windows provide a graphic application called? Adobe Photoshop, MS Paint, MS Word, MS PowerPoint. In any shell script, the first line starts with which of the following? $#4. A and blank is a set of instructions that a computer follows to perform a task. Compiler, program, interpreter, programming language. Operating system is an example of application software, system software, utility program, none of these. A disk fragment is an example of application software, system software, utility program, none of these. Which of the following is available without any payment? Freeware, free software, OS, floss. Which command is used to get print of a file in Linux? MV, CP, IPR, PT. Which of the following options is used to connect a Windows 10 computer to a printer? Bluetooth and other device, printer, printers and scanners, scanners. Which of the following formats cannot be included in LibreOffice? HTML, EXML, XML, BIP. Which of the following directories does not contain binary files? Boot, etc., bin, sbin. Which of the following is the name of a Linux kernel file? vmlinux, vmlinux, links, Linux. What is the process id of init process? 2, 4, 1, 6. Which of the following file extensions indicate file created in Paint? BMP, doc, STK, PPT. To get help when using Office, you would click the F1 key, F3 key, F2 key, F4 key. Android version 7 is called Lollipop, Marshmallow, Nougat, Oreo. Which function key is used to change the name of any file through the keyboard? F1, F2, F3, F4. Which one is not a type of kernel? Monolithic kernel, hybrid kernel, Scott kernel, microkernel. The core of Linux operating system is kernel, terminal, shell, command. Which of the following directories contains the configuration files, bin, root, dev, etc.? Which of the following extensions is not related to the LibreOffice? .odds, .odp, .rtf. 4. Which command is used for removing files in the Linux operating system? Delete, dm, erase. Communication software and operating system are examples of device drivers, system software, application software, customized software. If a computer does not have the ____, it cannot boot. Compiler, loader, assembler, operating system. Which of these platforms can LibreOffice work on? Windows, Linux, Mac, all of the above. Features of the Linux operating system. It is a multi-user operating system. It is a highly secure operating system. It is multitasking operating system. All of the above. Software which is developed and modified freely is called synchronous software, package, middleware, OS. Ready queue in OS is maintained by _______. Array, stack, linked list, tree. An extension of multiprogramming OS is time sharing, multitasking, only time sharing, both time sharing and multitasking. The best option to relate a process is an operating system itself, complete software package, program in execution, interrupt handler. In the multi-threaded model, scheduling of thread execution is a task of blank. Input, output, memory, operation system. Which is not an operating system service given to users? I/O, process management, compilation, file management. Which of the following is an open source software? Photoshop, MS Word, Skype, LibreOffice. Open remote option opens file from desktop, hard disk, pen drive, services. Which of the following software is required to run the hardware? Task Manager, Taskbar, Program Manager, Device Driver. Which of the following is software whose source code is viewable by the user? Open, both, half open half closed, off. Which of the following is the shortcut key for screenshot in Windows 10? Screen, screenshot, PRT scr, print. Which of the following is a GUI operating system? DOS, Unix, Alta, Linux. What is full form of PDF? Portable document file, portable data format, portable document format, partial data file. Which storage is divided into CDE, CD, floppy disk, hard disk, DVD? How long can a document name be along with its extension? 62, 128, 256, unlimited. What type of software a device driver is? Application software, productivity software, system software, business software. What is shortcut key of reboot? Control plus Alt plus del. Control plus Shift plus del. Control plus Alt plus 4. Control plus Alt plus F10. In Linux operating system, which directory contains configuration files, bin, etc., dev, root? A core component of Linux operating system. CPU, ALU, kernel, processor. Another name of command interpreter. Shell, assembler, terminal, none of these. Operating system of a computer serves as a software interface between the user and underscore. Memory, hardware, peripheral, screen. What is the shortcut key to Snap app to right? Window icon plus right arrow. Window icon plus up arrow. Window icon plus left arrow. Window icon plus down arrow. Which component gives you access to all of your computer setting and enable you to install and remove program? Start menu, File Explorer, Control Panel, Default Programs. A new printer can be added by the printer and scanner option in underscore. Control Panel, Dynamic Data Exchange, File Manager, none of the above. What is full form of virus? Visual Information Resources Under Siege. Vital Information Resources Under Stage. Vital Information Resources Under Siege. Viral Information Resources Under Siege. Which feature of GUI allows users to open multiple applications simultaneously? Virtualization, multitasking, buffering, paging. Which of the following best describes the drag and drop feature in GUI? Moving files using the keyboard, executing commands in the terminal, selecting an object and moving it to a different location using a mouse, copying files through a command prompt. What does WIMP stand for in the context of GUI? Windows, icons, menus, pointer. Widgets, information, memory, pointer. Windows, images, menus, programs. Web, information, mouse, program. Which component of GUI is used for navigating between folders and files? File Explorer, Control Panel, Command Line, Task Scheduler. In GUI systems, what is the function of a clipboard? Managing background processes, storing temporary data for cut, copy, and paste operations, enhancing graphics rendering speed, synchronizing application settings. Which of the following is an essential function of an operating system? Editing documents, managing hardware resources, creating websites, browsing the internet. What is the kernel in an operating system? A command used for printing files. The core part of the operating system responsible for managing resources. A user interface for launching applications. A peripheral device driver. What is the primary purpose of a real-time operating system (RTOS)? Providing predictable and fast response times. Efficient multitasking. To provide a graphical user interface for applications. High graphical performance. In Windows OS, how can you create a shortcut for an application on the desktop? Copy and paste the application to the desktop. Right-click the application and select Create Shortcut. Drag and drop the application to the desktop. Both B and C. Which feature allows users to adjust the resolution of their monitor? Mouse properties, display settings, task manager, accessibility options. What does the file extension .x signify? Image file, executable file, compressed file, text file. What is the purpose of file compression, e.g., zipper.rar? To change file permissions, to reduce the file size for easier storage and sharing, to encrypt files for security, to convert files into a different format.
थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग। मेहनत करते रहिए और सीखते रहिए। मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में। तब तक के लिए गुड बाय।